Hope you're doing good. Micah back with another video. Back here to talk about my top 5 iOS 17 features. Now, these features include iOS 17, 17.1, and 17.2. And some of these may include additional features within it just because they've dropped some updates throughout those same updates, if you will, throughout iOS 17 through 17.2.1 technically. So if you're interested in these videos about software updates and feature breakdowns, smartphone tablet reviews, accessories and the like, make sure you guys ignite that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that way you know my videos, so that way you and I can sit back and see what's cracking. Without further ado, let's get into the video. And feature number 5, feature number 1 being the best in my opinion, but feature number 5 is going to be the action button. And the reason why I think the action button is so good is because the potential it has over the course of time. As of now, for me, I use the action button as my alert slider, and by pressing it, it informs you what's going on. But if you press and hold, it will change, and there you go on the ringer. And we know that the potential is double press, a single press, a triple press, a press and hold. There's a multitude of features that can bring to the action button. And in iOS 17.2, I believe, they actually brought this feature with the action button. So if we come into the settings here, they added the ability to use translate. And what made it even cooler is, see that animation icon right there? It looks amazing. So this shows you the potential that we could have for iOS 17. Going further is the different types of features and animations we can get with the action button. And so I think that was a very unique feature that they brought to the iPhone 15 Pro series, but specifically the different actions that you can have take place. So at feature number 5 is going to be the action button and the fact that they added translation as an action. At feature number 4, something I think we needed for a long time now with the iPhones and iOS in general is the ability to use AirDrop over the internet. And so if we come into settings, we go into general and we go into AirDrop, right here down at the bottom, you see use cellular data. It no longer needs to be stuck on Wi-Fi in order to send, or even Bluetooth for that matter, to send your data over to your other devices. You can now use cellular data as well. So if you walk without, separate, you distance yourself between you and the other device, it will still maintain that connection and send your data over. I think this is a wonderful feature that Apple finally brought to iOS because it was much needed for AirDrop. So at feature number 4 is AirDrop's ability to send data over the internet. At feature number 3 is going to be iMessage. iMessage actually got a couple cool features, if you will. And the one I'm going to highlight specifically, so if we come back in here and go into my conversation with my brother, the ability to now add stickers and having the ability to add stickers from the menu right here. So this is something that they did not have in 17. And originally, iOS 17 was the actual sticker option in the menu, but adding live stickers was added to iOS 17. And so if I click on add sticker, now you see all my live stickers, and of course you can use the other row of stickers as well. But live stickers was added to iOS 17, and the ability to now use it from the actual menu when you press and hold on a specific message was added in 17.2. What a great feature to be added, because again, if you want to have fun and just completely wreck your text threads with your friends, family, and the like, these stickers will do the job for you. So at number 3, it is iMessage and the ability to use live stickers and to add the live stickers via the message options. Now, what is number 2? Well, feature number 2 to me is addition of new widgets. And with 17, iOS 17 in particular, they added this new clock widget. And I like this clock widget a lot because I like the square look. I do wish they had a nighttime version of it where it would, of course, inverse and go black. I think that would be a very nice look. The only way to get that is if you use like the GMT clock where it has, the time zone from somewhere else. I don't really want to use that, of course, because I don't live in those time zones. But it would be nice if they added that here to this specific widget. And then the other widget that they added in 17.2, if my focus, all right, is the digital clock widget, which also adds a nice look to the general aesthetic of iOS. I like that. And then over here is a new weather widget app that they added in 17.2. And the smaller widgets actually benefited more than the larger widgets because now you can have all that information crammed into one widget, which I think they need to maybe just enlarge it from a vertical perspective, even if it's just another row instead of 2 rows, to give some breathing room in that widget. But I love this widget nonetheless. So the clock and weather widgets comes in at number 2 for me because I use widgets a lot. Case in point, that's all I pretty much have my phone built off of right here are widgets. So I like widgets. Shout out to Apple for adding those. And what is widget? What is feature number 1 that I think was just prime time for the iPhones that I hope crosses over to the iPads? Well, that is the Journal app. I love this Journal app. At first, when it first initially dropped, they announced it way back in WWDC 2023, around April, May, March timeframe. But the app didn't actually drop to iOS 17.2. I like this app a lot. I was actually using it on a daily basis for a while before I finally kind of calmed down and cooled down and just use it when I need to. I like that they give you scheduled suggestions. Like you can schedule when you want to journal. You can journal when it's on your mind. It will just randomly pop up in your notification menu. I like that. And I like some of the, for the lack of a better term, bare bone features that they initially added, such as suggestions, reflection points to maybe start your journaling aspect, giving you something to think about to actually journal on. If you're running into some form of a writer's block or you don't know what to journal about, it kind of gives you a nice little, first step into journaling. It can log in or has the ability to log in where you have been, the music you've listened to, the pictures and videos you've taken, so that way you can add them into your journal entry. And so if you come in here to settings and we come down here, find the Journal app down there at the bottom, you'll see what it needs access to essentially. And I think this is going to get supremely enhanced with iOS 18 because of, for lack of a better term, AI being involved. But as you guys can see here, if you take pictures within the journal, it can also keep those in photos. I have journaling schedule off. I just journal off my own memory or when it pops up in my notification center. You can lock the journal so people can't access it, which is also a neat feature. One of the things that I hope that they add, though, is some type of cover page for the journal. That's why you haven't seen me open it. And that's because it shows you right off the rip what your entries are. And it would be nice to have like a cover page. I don't want to have to necessarily lock it either, because as you guys saw here, you can lock the journal. So let's say if I turn that on, let me put in the passcode and see what happens. So once you allow it, it will ask you to lock and even require a passcode after a specific time period. So neat and unique there. So let me go ahead and back out and actually go in the journal. Okay. So it's going to ask if I want to use journal or Face ID to actually open my journal, which is cool. I'm going to hit allow. It's going to look for me. It can't find me right now. Once it has found me, then it lets me into the journal, and that's why I'm not showing you right now. But I wish they had like a cover page. I wish you didn't have to necessarily lock it, because I would just like to jump into it without having to have it locked. But I guess, for anybody prying eyes, you let somebody borrow your phone, you don't want them to read the journal entries, depending on how discreet or non-discreet, how specific, how intimate you are in your journal. I can understand wanting to lock it as well, because they are your thoughts and your quote unquote secrets. So using that lock feature makes sense for me from that perspective, but I definitely would like a cover page. And the potential of journal is still miles ahead in terms of what they can bring to their journal app, learning from a lot of other journaling apps out there on the market. So at feature number 1 for me, it is the journal app. Let me know down in the comment section below, what are your favorite features that you've seen since iOS 17 has dropped? The comment section is open for discussion. But again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so that way you never miss my videos, so that way you and I can sit back, chillax, see what's cracking. It's your man Micah signing out until the next video. Wait for it.